Hi Gastro Pals, it's Tiny Small Fry here again. Hope you're keeping safe and well. Today I'm going to be cooking lamb, but it's going to be Korean lamb. Now I've had a bit of a tussle with this because I'm finding it hard to get lamb leg steaks in the part of the country where I live at the moment. So I'm going to be doing half a leg of lamb, Korean style. So let's get in the kitchen and get started. So we're starting off in our blender cup with a bunch of spring onions that have been roughly chopped, into which we're going to add 2 tablespoons of soy and 3 tablespoons of mirin. A tablespoon of sesame oil. And a teaspoon and a bit of ginger paste. So that's our garlic in. And 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. Of course, if you want to be really authentic, you'd use gochujang chili paste, but I don't have any of that, so I'll just use a couple of, I've used a 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, and finally 1/2 teaspoon of light brown sugar. So now we put the lid on, make sure it's on nice and tight. There's our leg of lamb. Now we're just going to pour over our marinade and get it all nicely massaged into our lovely leg of lamb. Once we've got all the marinade in, we're going to put our casserole lid on and return it to the fridge for a couple of hours. So here we are, a few hours later, and we've been scooping the marinade up from the bottom there and placing it over the top every few hours and popping it back in the fridge. We've had it out of the fridge now for about an hour to let it settle at room temperature, and we're about to put it into the oven at 170 degrees in a fan oven. So we're 30 minutes in, and you can see that's starting to come around nicely, so what we've all got to do now is just baste it over. So this is a bit like rinse, wash, repeat. But also we're going to need to put some oil over the top, and this time I'm going to put it in without the casserole lid on so that we can start crusting up the lamb. Okay, so this works so much better if you've got a spray bottle Okay, so this works so much better if you've got a spray bottle. Unfortunately I haven't. We've been away on holiday and my spray bottle is in the caravan. There we go, I'm back into the oven with you. So here we are, 30 minutes away from completion. And it's looking good. Just need to baste again. So here we are, as you can see, we're at the sheep friendly temperature. Let's just pop it in. I can't pop it in there because that's where the bone is. Pop it in there, see what happens there. That bit's not quite at the sheep friendly temperature. So we're just going to pull this out and pop the lid back on the casserole and pop it back in the oven. And the reason we're putting the lid back on is because the meat's starting to get a little bit more crispy than we'd like. So now we're in the zone of the well done zone. So we just need to leave it to rest for a while we get our accompaniments sorted out. So here's our cooked and sliced Korean lamb. We decided to have it with a roast dinner, but equally you could shred it and place it in a bao bun with some stir-fried oriental vegetables. Bon appétit.